Man, oh man, here we go again, back with some second channel action. And right here, we've got the beautiful Mr. Mercer. Shut that where y'all can get a good look at her. Mr. Mercer, I mean a look at him. He can identify however he wants, okay? You never know. He's got the wide whites that just look right. He's got the sweet patina that makes it look meaner. He's got new floors in them. That's what he's got, because last week on the main channel, we cut out all the old rusty stuff, and I mean all of it. And then we got out the 18 gauge, the bead roller, and some other doohicks and hick doohies or whatever. And we built some new floors in this thing. Get this Premier lighting system hooked up here and operating. There we go, now y'all can see. And yeah, we come up with some floors. Not in love with them, but it beats the hell out of what I just showed you back there. Kept the tunnel pretty low profile. Oh, noggin. I just found that with my fork head. Tied it all back into this cross member so we didn't have to replace nothing there back. As you can tell by it being nice and dirty. And it being dirty is why we're here today, because we need to coat something on these floors now. I ran out of time in the last video. And I didn't figure it was going to take us very much work to get this done, so I figured it'd make a quick little second channel video. And besides cleaning or painting or whatever we're going to be doing, the last thing is we need to get a gas pedal figured out too. Damn! Give her hell! You a whole service truck with a ramp on the top. There ain't no way y'all seen that. That was a U-Haul Ford. Had an overhead ramp on it, service truck. The U-Haul probably sent them out to repossess the U-Haul. Ain't gonna need more than a ramp if he plans on taking my U-Haul. Bring a ramp truck to a chainsaw fight. See, this video's all over the place already, hell. Now before we coat that with something, we need to get our beautiful tip-top shaped gas pedal reinstalled. Had to rig this up to the floor in our Will It Drive video. Let's get my beautiful hinge assembly pulled out of here. Now she's a little crunchy looking. I would try to peel this off and clean that up if we could, but if we do that, this rubber will never go back on. And yeah, I think we'll just leave her like she is. We just gotta make us a little pivot hinge assembly. You gotta start with a good clear work table. Oh, find a piece of scrap on the ground. Looks perfect. Now we're gonna have to do a little mathification here. So I'm gonna go over 3/16 of an inch. I think that's where we'll end up drilling the hole. Then from that, we want it to raise up, let's say 1/2 an inch. Looks like we need to do about 1 7/8 inches wide. No problem. Go another 1/2 inch, another 3/16. We'll cut that there. We'll break it there. We'll break it there. We're gonna drill in there. And there. And we're gonna come back from the leading edge just a little bit. Just a tad. How's that answer? Now, if we do our job correctly, we're gonna drill those holes. We're gonna cut that. We'll break a 90. When we bend that up, that'll sit down in between there. We can pin that with a piece of metal. We can even tack the metal in because this bracket will probably outlast this, you know, pedal. I think that right there is what we used. This is a piece of a wire frame from them signs you put in your front yard that says like, my daughter's a cheerleader at the local high school. She does toe touches. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. After we have this assembly, we need to be able to put this in the truck. So we need to drill a couple more holes because I think what we're gonna do is nut-sert the floor, and then we can bolt this pedal in and out. And if that don't work, as long as we have 2 holes, we can spot weld that to the floor as well. The 2 holes is gonna be a win-win situation. So I'm gonna come a 1/4 inch back. and we're gonna stagger them for some stability. So on this side, I'm gonna come a 1/2 inch back. We want at least a 1/4 inch hole right there. I've got a block of wood around here somewhere. Yeah. You want to leave it on your propane tank. In this one piece of wood, we've been through a lot. You can see I've cleaned that end up. We've done some metal shaping and manipulating with this. Oh, perfect. And we gotta be a little more careful with these ones because we gotta do our little test fit up. Ooh, perfecto. We'll take that. You wanna know why I'm in a good mood? It's because it's nice and warm out and I ain't freezing my buttocks off. You know something crazy? Anytime you're around corners on a square bracket, it makes it look that much more professional. And when you think of Puddins Fab Shop, I hope y'all think professional. We're aiming for 90. Pretty good 90. That one does not look as good. We may have missed a little bit there. Just tap her back the other way a hair. That slides in there, snug like a bug in a rug. Tack that baby on. Actually, before we get too buck nasty, let's go check it in the truck. If it does work there, we're definitely gonna have to ream the top out just a little bit because that's rubbing. Got our nutsert tool here. Let's go drill some holes. This kind of acts like a rivet, guys. That being threaded on there, as we suck this up, it just kind of squishes it on that metal. And yeah, then we got some threads down in there. I'm just gonna mock that up because we're not gonna leave this in here as we clean up the rest of these floors. I'm happy with that. Now next we're gonna do a lot of cleaning and a lot of cleaning. We're gonna put this blackout rust preventative gloss black coating that permanently obliterates, annihilates, and terminates rust. Oh, rust better pack a lunch because it's in for an ass whipping. That rust ass is grass, and right here's the lawnmower, okay? And I'm the weed eater, okay? I'm gonna come in, we're gonna do a little prep, clean up, whatever, starting from the toe boards, across our new boards, to the back old rusty boards. We just gotta clean. I'm probably gonna hit it with a flap attack, where it also scratches the metal up pretty good, where that stuff has something real good to bite to. Kind of blew all that crap over to this side, and then I just vacuumed it out. Guys, I think we could clean on these floors the rest of the day if we wanted, but I don't want to. I pretty well scratched on every surface underneath the seat. I'm not going to get too worried about removing all the paint. Just really knock down all the heavy rust. I'm going to give everything a quick little wipe down with our lacquer cleaner here. I'm going to call that GUD. Color good. Look at this fatty McFat. She's made in the USA. She's got a 4-inch spread on her. I'm trying to cover some ground quick. I shouldn't even be allowed to make tutorials on how to do anything involving paint. My tutorials are basically what not to do. So, yeah. Oh yeah, nice and thick. I think if we put her on thick enough, she'll kind of self-level, getting rid of her brush strokes. Last little home stretch here. This stuff, especially on the nasty rusty stuff, it's awesome how it just, goes in there, kind of levels out and just looks good. On the shiny metal, all the new stuff, because it's so slick, gotta kind of layer it on thick, because you can kind of slide it around, which ain't really, too surprising. It's brand new slick metal. Do you like that pushing stance? It's about a week ago we coated these floors and that stuff, and yeah, we set it outside where it could rain, which you can tell. But it looks like we could just scrub this and yep, comes right back to its shiny self. So we got a little cleaning to do. I'm not so worried about the bottom. Like I said, we're putting a rubber mat down here eventually. Old Top Stitch Taylor, when he just does his black vinyl seat, basic seat in here. How many times am I going to say seat? Seat, seat, seat. He's going to make us a rubber mat that looks good in here too. But up in the toe board area, I mean, we could leave it looking like that. That actually looks pretty good. That being painted, it's actually really hard to see where we did our sheet metal work. But I want to try some bed liner stuff up there. Now, I actually have the bed liner gun for the Raptor liner style stuff or whatever. But I guess I make it in a rattle can now, which I've got a can of right here. Now, I have no clue how much this is going to cover. This stuff is not cheap, as in like $40-something a can. Yeah, and I bought a can, so that was kind of hard to do, I ain't gonna lie. But if you think about what it would cost to pay Top Stitch Taylor to do a full custom carpet in here or something like that, in which we don't want this thing to be that nice anyhow. This is kind of our nitty gritty down and dirty build. This is kind of a good solution, I think, for it to look good, hopefully be durable, and I guess it's cheaper than custom carpet. I think it could kind of match the attitude that this truck has. It has a little attitude to it. I don't really tell you a whole lot. It tells you to shake it well for 2 minutes. It tells you to wait 20 minutes between coats. But it don't tell you how long it's really going to take to set up, or, any of the stuff that probably really matters. I'm going to scuff on the toe boards with some Scotch-Brite. I cut some up, whoop, right there. I don't know if I should, but it seems like the right thing to do. We're just going to use the maroon Scotch-Brite, and I've been Scotch-Briting away here, kind of finish up our kick panel, make sure it's scuffed. I don't know why I'm doing the kick panels, but at this point, we're committed. Flick showed up, so it must be lunchtime.
It is lunchtime.
We're getting a little masking going. I said I'll eat as long as I get some bed liner sprayed. Get the old door holder opener installed there. And we need to blow it out and wipe it out, because we got quite a bit of dust in there from doing the prep work. Oh, 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 oh. I want to mess up Slick's back masking job. He'll be mad at me. We're going to give it a little wipe job. Now down here, it can kind of feather because the mat will overlay. So we're not going to try to blast the floor. But if a little gets down there, we ain't too worried about it. And as you can see, we did not go all out on the back mask here. So I'm going to have to be pretty precise. Now we've had the old rattle can out here baking in the sun to kind of warm her up. You want to push it and find out? Does it come with an extra nozzle? Oh, read before use.
There you go.
Remove this label and pull out the red button from cap. Turn can upside down and place red button on pin and base. Place can on table, horizontal surface, and apply even vertical pressure on red button to activate. Slick found the activator switch. I found the activator button. Once activated, use within 60 minutes at 68 degrees. That ain't today. Wear PPE.
You got it on.
Right. Touch dry in less than 60 minutes. Allowed to cure for 3 days before water exposure. Sounds easy enough. Basically what that can said was we need to give it a good 2-minute shaking, and then we'll be ready to give it hell. We're gonna shake it and sand it. Oh, not what I was expecting. Don't really look like bed liner to me. That looks more like that, like undercoating kinda. There you go. Yeah, that looks better. Smells good.
Cocaine in the can.
Boy, you better move fast. If you don't, you know it. Little shot right there. What y'all don't know is I just buried a bristle from a brush from when I coated the floors. One had fell off and that textured up enough I can see it. And if y'all know where to look, you can see it in there too. But yeah, we just made that disappear. This can was exactly enough to do the toe boards, that little bit of firewall, and kick panels. One can is not gonna get you far. I think if someone was wanting to do their whole floor, this probably would have took at least 3 cans, if not 4. Mind y'all, that only gets you 1 coat. If you're wanting to do a couple coats to really thicken it up, you'd be all the rattle cans in. And honestly, at that point, I don't think it's worth it. You ought to just buy the actual spray kit with the gun. I actually have the gun because I did the bed in my pickup truck. But guys, I'm not a painter kind of person. So for me, 40 bucks a can is pricey, but time's money. I'll easily waste 2 hours playing an idiot with a paint gun trying to clean it and everything else. And a little project like this, to me, it's just worth it to get the 1 rattle can. If we had to do the whole floor, ain't no damn way. We'd be 6 grand into bed liner. Luckily, this worked out for us. I'll be curious to see how she looks after she sets up. Slick did scuff 1 toe board and do some back masking, so I guess he earned some lunch. So we'll go eat and let this stuff kind of tack up. Well, she had enough time to kind of tack up here, or set up for an hour or so. And guys, I kind of like how that looks. It really, well, one, it drying makes it look a lot more even, but the texture on it kind of calmed down. I think that's a good look for this. She'll make a toe board anyhow. Yeah, I like it on the kick panels too. I think that was a pretty good decision on doing that. I think that stuff would look good on this outside edge too, since you will see that once the seat's in. If we get rubber mat there, that's going to kind of stay glossy. But honestly, guys, I don't give a damn enough to get another $40 can to do those couple little areas. This old hot rod jalopy, budget-friendly shop truck, whatever you want to call it, guys, it is what it is. That is GUD, good enough for what we want to do with it. If we decide we're going to build her for the SEMA car show one day, we may have to fix her up a little more, but I don't plan on heading to the seamer anytime soon, so we'll take it. Some pretty quick and easy solutions for coating floors. Now, I say quick, take that with a grain of salt, okay? Because you do gotta let the stuff set up in full cure or whatever, so that kind of makes it take slow. But I mean, you're waiting for paint to dry, basically. Kind of like that old saying goes, watching paint dry or something. That's about as fun as it is. I'm on the Instagrammer. I'm on the Patreon. Of course, check out the main channel if you ain't synced it yet. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. But do not forget, sitting on your ass won't finish your project. Hot damn, there's so much BSery. We had to start a whole channel for all the extras. Be sure to go check out Puddins Fab Shop if you ain't seen that baby yet. Come on!